my dear students. So let's begin our class. Yes. So we were discussing about the lesson through the alimentary canal. In the previous class, we learned about how the digestion takes place, where does it begins, and what all process takes place behind it. And also we have studied about the nutrition in amoeba and the different stages of it. Now today we are going to learn about the substances which are essential for our body and the substances which are not essential and how does it gets eliminated from our body. So that is what we are going to learn today. You can see a flow chart, children. Blood, oxygen from the lungs, carbon dioxide from cells, urea from liver and nutrients from the small intestine. This all goes into the blood. Okay? Now, which is the essential thing which is needed for our body? Can you say, children, which is the essential thing? Exactly. It's the oxygen and nutrients are the essential things we need in our body. And carbon dioxide and urea are the waste which should be eliminated from our body through excretory organs. So, this is about, that is from oxygen. We breathe in oxygen and it enters into the blood, and carbon dioxide present in the blood and the cells. When you breathe out, it goes outside. Urea, which is formed in the liver, goes outside through some excretory organs. So now we can discuss about the excretory organs. First one is kidney. Can you see the picture of kidney? Yes. We have got two kidneys. It is bean shaped. Then you can see a red color and a blue color. That is blood vessels, which is artery and vein. When it is connected to kidney, we will say renal artery and renal vein. Then you can see a tube, that's called ureter. Then you can see a bag-like structure, that is called urinary bladder. And finally the urethra. So these are the parts of a kidney. So what are blood vessels? They are tubes or pipes for the blood to flow from one area to another. So what is the function of these blood vessels? Kidney has got two blood vessels, renal artery and renal vein. Renal artery carries blood to the kidney and renal vein carries blood away from the kidney. So when the renal artery carries blood, the blood consists of urea, excess salts and other waste in large quantities. And the blood which is going back away from the kidney, that is through renal vein, it consists of less amount of urea, salt and other waste. So that is the difference between the blood of this which is carried by renal artery and the renal vein. So these are the functions of the blood vessels. Now what does this kidneys do? When the blood reaches the kidney, that is blood containing urea and excess salts and other waste, when it reaches the kidney, it filters out all the waste, all the salts, urea, everything, and passes through the ureter, and thus it becomes urine and stored in the urinary bladder. So during, you know that kidneys means It is the main excretory organ. So we must drink a lot of water, children, because the urine consists of 96% of water. So if you didn't drink water, there may be chances for some urinary diseases. And if you are not urinating at regular intervals, if you are not drinking enough water, if you are not keeping that area hygiene, there will be chances for urinary diseases. So always maintain clean, especially to that areas. So talking about the function of kidney, it filters out the urea and the excess salts and will pass as urine from our body. Now another excretory organ is the skin. You know, sweat and waste are the waste which is eliminated through the minute pores or holes which is present on the skin. Sweat is produced by the sweat glands which is present on the skin. Okay, and you should not allow the waste to accumulate on the skin, because if you do such, the sweat will not be able to come outside. So always keep the skin clean. And the sweat, it consists of excess water and salts from our body. So that is throwing out. Excess water is throwing out in the form of sweat. But there are conditions where there is excessive loss of water, and that condition is called dehydration. So that's why we tell that you have to drink a lot of water. So that is about the skin. So always keep the skin clean, otherwise waste will be accumulated on the skin and sweat will not be able to come out. Now next one, excretion also takes place in plants. You know, waste is also accumulated in plants after several activities. So this waste is accumulated in the bark of the tree. So when you peel off the bark, the waste will get removed along with it. And also with the sap, jelly-like substance. It will also go along with the sap through the openings in the stem. So this is how the excretion takes place in plants. Next one is food and hygiene. Proper food and proper hygiene habits are necessary for a happy and healthy life. The food we eat must contain nutrients in right proportion, in right amount. And in the diet, we have to include vegetables, leafy vegetables and fruits. Avoid overeating. Don't eat junk foods, and don't eat the foods which is sold in the public places. And always use boiled water for drinking. So these are certain food habits we have to follow. Now what are the hygiene habits? We are learning from the lower classes that we have to bath daily, brush the teeth twice, wash the hands after and before the meal, and after going to the toilet, urinate in the toilet, wear clean clothes, okay, and keep your home and surroundings neat. So these are some of the hygiene practices we have to follow. So this is all about today's topic. That is, we learned that how the waste is eliminated from our body and what all are the good food habits and hygiene. So hope you understood this. Now let us assess, we will discuss during the class discussion time. So bye children.